Hi everyone, welcome to Ethernal Realms and welcome to the month ahead tarot reading. Make sure you check your sun, moon, and rising signs for a comprehensive view of the month. Additionally, I would recommend watching the astrology of the month ahead for your zodiac to get a different perspective of the month. While you will know the astrology in advance, through that video, I will also send you a reminder when the astrological events are near. All you have to do is subscribe, hit the bell, and you will be notified as the events occur. I occasionally post behind the scenes meditation guidance, quizzes, and polls, which you can check out for yourself. And it goes without saying that you will be notified when new videos are out, such as other zodiac readings and pick a card tarot readings too. If you prefer to cut down the guesswork about your month ahead, you can always connect with me via Etsy to get a personalized week-by-week month ahead reading. Enough about me, let's talk about you. Hi Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising, welcome to your July reading. So let's get into it and see what the first major highlight is for you this month. We have the dog, which says protection from a powerful friend. The second major highlight is archway, which says new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. That's exciting. Then the third one is be careful, do not take risks. Yes, I would totally stand by this because you have Venus going retrograde in your zodiac. So it's not about taking huge risks. It's about experimenting with things that you think are fascinating, you think are passionate, or will inspire you in life and all of that. But it's not so much about launching huge things. And just keep in mind that whenever something new is happening, it's not yet fully developed, right? Not because, we've not taken action yet. You can take action, but possibly like behind the scenes, or you're doing some temporary solutions. You're seeing like tentatively, how would it go? There can be some things that are just not apparent yet. When Venus is retro, Venus rules your relationships as well as your finances for like everybody. So, when you take big investment risks or in terms of love as well, you're just diving into something that you have never considered before, or you just met yesterday and now you're getting married, or that's something that is very drastic and permanent. That's not a great idea, because when it does go direct, you'll be like, okay, this is not something I actually love, or this is not something I care about that much, and I didn't know of this. It was not visible at that time. And many times that happens, right? It's not possible for us to come from a total space of awareness at each and every time. So yes, I would absolutely stand by it, but take advantage of the ideas that come to you or the conversations you have, but like pace yourself and see how it goes, because Venus retro is more about self-love and experimentation with just by yourself, with like seeing if it works, and if it doesn't work, you can undo. So there has to be the possibility to undo or disconnect, things like that. Okay, all right, let's see our tarot cards. We'll get some more details. We have the Four of Wands, which is all about celebration. Some of you could be moving homes, buying a home, or you might be selling a home and you have some finances here. So once again, be watchful. If you have already some investments, or you're channeling your finances and products or whatever in some way already, then continue doing that while considering other options. Okay, don't put all eggs in one basket, especially if the basket is absolutely new. Okay, that's my point. All right, then we have strength, which corresponds with Leo, so that's perfect. Then we have the Four of Pentacles, 2 4s coming in. All right, Four of Pentacles. Yes, be protective of your possessions and values, priorities as well. This also indicates like don't close yourself off. Okay, that's the shadow side of the Four of Pentacles. No need to close yourself off, but just be mindful of the stuff that you have, or the stuff that you are. Be watchful of what you are compromising, be it in relationships or in your finances or anything else. All right, we have the Empress coming in as well. Wow, okay, I love this. The combination of everything is just really cool. Okay, then we have the Three of Wands. We have 2 4s, 2 3s, and we have the Queen of Pentacles as well. So there can be some increase in finances coming in here. So the Four of Pentacles can be talking about, save up, okay, and don't do any extravagant expenditures or things like that, unless of course you're like celebrating something literally. Then have fun, have fun, but maybe not throughout the month, right? So yes, that balance is coming in. Even with the Strength card, it actually represents that kind of balance of where do we, give in to temptations, and where can we have fun and let loose and go wild, and all of that. But at the same time, where can we learn to restrain ourselves and be more disciplined and perseverant, and focused on what exactly are we loyal to, what exactly are you striving towards, all of these things. So kind of prioritizing and doing both, but kind of in moderation, or mindfully rather, even if it's not moderation. Okay. All right. Now, okay, let's just get these cards because that'll give a lot more indications. We have the Success and Transformation, card number 13. This corresponds with the Death energy. Not surprised. We have Find Your Sacred Flow, card number 12. Okay, this came for Cancerians as well. We have Raw Intention, card number 22. Okay, so 22, 33, 44. Crazy. Wow. And we have Imbalance. Exactly. See, precisely. Okay, so we have 12, 13, and card number 14 here. The Fine Balance corresponds with Temperance as well as Libra energy, or the Justice energy. Okay. Okay, so where do we start from? There is something to celebrate for sure, be it a home renovation, be it a birth within the family, or this can also be that you are opening up a new version to yourself and you're feeling light, carefree, and open-minded, open-hearted to new possibilities and opportunities. Three of Wands is literally talking about that archway message, really, that you're waiting for the ships to come in. If you have manifested some things or if you are waiting to hear anything, this will come in this month, and it's likely going to be good news where you maybe come into extra finances or some extra security. There is also lots of comfort that's surrounding you. Maybe you're making your surroundings pretty comfortable. There is a connection with nature as well, camping, connecting with water, and also trees and plants and all of that. So somehow you're relating with all of these elements, and that's making you feel very grounded and strong. I feel the sense of solidity. Okay, you're feeling solid, like you can do anything. Really, you feel the surge of strength and energy that's coming in at this time. But again, because Venus is in your sign, I feel like the most optimal use of this is to channel it to yourself and any creative projects that you are working on. Anything related with self-expression is going to be, going through a bit of a change in this month for you, and even beyond actually, because Venus goes retrograde on the 23rd, and it will stay retrograde throughout August, throughout Leo season. So it is going to be that, for example, you're like, okay, I'm gonna party all night. Okay, and at some point you were able to do that. And at some point, it's not that you can't do it anymore, it's just that you don't want to anymore. So you still have fun, but what fun means to you might be changing. Okay, what love means to you can be changing. Where you want to shift your finances, the priorities are changing in some way. And because we have the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, both quite feminine, this can be connected with children, childbirth, self-love, or creativity, flow, artistic expression. Okay, you want to do more of those things rather than other things that don't support these genuine sources of fulfillment. Okay, whatever that is for you, these were just examples. You make the judgment call, right? It's your life. But you're making that a true priority. You're saving up for that, or you're drawing healthy boundaries around it so you can make those possibilities a reality. Okay, what I also love is both of these cards are quite tangible. They're very material. If someone owes you finances, someone owes you a clarification, someone owes you anything. Okay, when Venus goes retrograde, even before that actually, because the shadow phase has already started, so it means that those things are likely to come back to you. Okay, random people, not random people, but people from the past, they can show up and offer you that clarification, and you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna move on, let the past be in the past, I don't care anymore, I'm gonna move forward. Okay, and by doing that, you're transforming yourself, because you're no longer, not even in the back of your mind, worried about anything or concerned about anyone or anything else. With the raw intention, I love this because this is such a masculine card along with the strength, because it means you're making things happen by just intending to. You're so solid, you're so disciplined in that way that, I mean, you are a fixed sign, okay, and you are a fire sign. So if you have that ambition and the passion, there's nothing that's gonna shake you, okay? You're kind of just fueled. That's the fuel. I feel like you're being refueled at this time towards something that you know is going to work. If you want to make it work, you're gonna make it work, you're gonna make it happen. That's the idea, okay? Now, regardless of your personal priorities at this time. And this also indicates that you're quite passionate, and there is a likelihood of meeting people. You can manifest them if that's something you do. Even if not, you're being social, and it's likely that you meet or come across people that you resonate with. But I feel, again, you're kind of looking at this, you might be a little bit cautious, okay? Because you don't want to commit fully to someone or to just open up fully to someone. If you don't feel it, okay, find your sacred flow is indicating that you're listening to that intuition and the heart. If it's not there, it's not there. You're not forcing yourself to make something happen, or you don't want that manufactured type of feeling. Let it be natural. The nature connect that I was reading initially, I feel that's what it's basically saying. With everything, you're like, this does not feel natural. This feels forced. And if you're not in flow, inspiration doesn't come for anything, just to feel good in your everyday life when you wake up till you're asleep, and even beyond probably. You know, if you're not in flow or directed towards any purpose, it's easy to, you know, get lost or feel lost, at least, okay? And we are less able to take advantage of opportunities. It happens to each and every person, but for you it feels like there's a major upgrade that's about to happen. So you're learning what you adore about yourself. You're learning what people you adore in your life, and you might be making it very known, very clear. You have this nurturing and nourishing presence to you. I think people are loving being around you, and you might be, you know, in a very central position in some way. I mean, you are ruled by the sun, so not surprising. But we do have your card coming up. Along with all these magnetic presences, I feel you're magnetizing things in life. Also authority figures, mentor figures, anyone you look up to and appreciate, they are also giving you lots of positive reinforcements and validation. And you're just feeling more secure in general as the month progresses, and even beyond. You're just learning so much about yourself that it just helps you kind of gear yourself towards a direction that you are truly fulfilled by. So the success and transformation can be talking about, let's say, controlling impulses, or, you know, like if you, sometimes the strength can indicate that on the shadow side, it represents stubbornness. That is a thing that is associated with the fixed signs, okay? Not saying each and every one of you is being stubborn or something, but if that is something that you do struggle with, you are going to work through that. That's not, you're turning that into a healthy state, okay? Where you are cautious, but you're kind of also observing. You're giving the benefit of the doubt, okay? Now, because the Four of Pentacles is here, that doesn't mean that, you know, they're like, nope, not all mine, I'm not going to share anything, bye-bye. Not like that, because you are still a generous zodiac. So just because you're having boundaries and you're being protective of your space or people or possessions, whatever, it doesn't mean that you're closing down or closing off. Don't worry about that. There's plenty of social situations going on, lots of creativity flowing through as well. And the straight arrow that's represented in this card, that's just really amazing to me, because it talks about that being in alignment, having this instant flow that's taking place in this month for you, and you're taking action on those things. If it was purely feminine signs, I would be like, okay, you're feeling great, but maybe not much is being initiated by you. You are, but at the same time, you're quite level-headed. You're going at it quite nicely. Okay, now the imbalance, of course, you're trying to strike that balance, but before you learn the balance of certain things, of course, there is a tendency to overshoot in one or both directions. It's okay, be patient with yourself, but remind yourself of what your goal is and where you want to be headed. Because as you clear that focus in your mind, it just becomes much more automatic. Towards the end of the month, I feel it's just going to become a lot more clear about where you need to be going, or what needs rectification, what needs more attention, things of that nature. You could even start working out and you're like literally improving your strength, and you're really focused and determined to make it happen. And by doing so, you're feeling great about yourself. You might be getting compliments from people who are close to you, or people who see you on a regular basis as well, because they're noticing these changes. I don't know how apparent or how often it is talked about, but there's such a close link with, physical strength, with emotional strength, and also mental strength. If you can make yourself exercise every day, or make yourself do a certain, good habit every single day, then you're likely to translate that same same strength and same discipline towards other avenues of life as well. So something like that is happening here. There are some changes, but it's all looking very optimistic. You're taking matters into your own hands and doing this for yourself. I don't see a lot of external disturbances or diversions. Even the social gathering feels like you are organizing it, or you're part of it, and you're intending to go. You have the option to go or not go. But I feel like you're looking forward to this celebration in some way. Now look up the numbers 22, 33, and 44, because they mean a couple of things, and they could mean something different for each and every one of you. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have for Leos for the month of July? Aries, Uranus, and the 9th house. Well, yes. Thanks for telling me, Astro. So we have the North Node moving into Aries. I talk about all of this in my astrology video, by the way, so I'll talk about that in more detail in that video. But just to recap, it indicates that there is expansion. There is probably some future travel plans that you're making as well. Three of Wands can talk about that. Some place that is beautiful, maybe connected with nature. Some of you are going home as well. And you might be kind of packing or looking at the logistics. Maybe you're saving up finances for your travel plans as well, but you're pretty excited about it, so you're going for it. The 9th house also talks about that purpose, the purposefulness, and the conscious, the creating your environment. Also talks about manifestation. So I feel as though there is like new downloads and new energies that are coming in towards you that increase your vitality and your impact on your environment. And if you have any public platforms that you're more active in, this can talk about expansion in that regard. Or there's some there needs to be an increase in focus in expanding your horizons. Maybe you're learning something, going to college again, going to school again in some way, or you're teaching someone, depending on which side you are on, what exactly you're feeling more inclined towards. That can come off as a little bit of a surprise, but it is quite liberating. Okay, there can be changes in your career as well, because Uranus is in Taurus. That's your career house, your professional sphere, or how you come across to the larger populace. There are some changes here, but again, it's very consciously made. You're choosing to expand. You're choosing to take advantage of the opportunities around you. So yes, changes are happening. Maybe implementing all in one go is not a great idea if you've not done anything before. So looking at these things and just absorbing the energies that you are experiencing in this month is going to be a fabulous idea. But Venus goes retrograde on the 23rd. So in the first 2 weeks, you can still, make some moves and write down some ideas, experiment more things, and take a little bit more risk compared to after Venus goes retro. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Leos. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed, that the reading resonated. Let me know your thoughts. If you want a personal reading, you can reach me via Etsy. The link is in the description box and the comment below. I will see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye.